Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening with us. Today's topic is why it's important to pursue righteousness and kindness regularly. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from our sponsors.
There's no way around it. When it comes to healthcare, people are really frustrated with how much it costs and how to pay for it. The usual ways we've been doing this have only gotten more expensive, more complicated, and honestly, just aggravating. And that's why MediShare is such a welcome relief. It's called healthcare sharing. It's different and it works. More than 1 million Americans are now doing this, and MediShare has been a great option for more than 30 years. So really, you could have saved thousands of dollars a year on your healthcare and be happy. Imagine that. If you've heard about it and you want to know more, there are 2 easy options. Go to medishare.com/crosswalk. That's medishare.com/crosswalk. Or just grab your phone and send a text. You'll get the info, which could really help you and your family out. Text the word crosswalk to 70246 to get the facts. Text crosswalk to 70246 and you'll get the link. That's crosswalk to 70246. Did you know that Gen Z and millennials are leading the resurgence in church attendance? That's right. New research out from Glue and Barna as part of the State of the Church initiative shows that Gen Z and millennials are now attending church more regularly than older generations. This is a historic reversal in church trends. And Glue, spelled GLOO, is at the center of all of this. They're the technology platform for the faith ecosystem, connecting you with the latest research, technology, and values-aligned AI that supports churches, and ultimately, human flourishing. Glue is on a mission to serve those who serve, the pastors, leaders, publishers, and more in the faith ecosystem. That's high tech for a higher purpose. You can stay up to date with everything happening at Glue and across the entire faith ecosystem by texting JOIN to 46816. And when you text today, they'll send you the latest research from Glue and Barna about this historic church trend. Again, that's the word JOIN to 46816.
Pursue Righteousness and Kindness, written and read by Whitney Hopler. Whoever pursues righteousness and kindness will find life, righteousness, and honor. Proverbs 21:21 ESV. Where I work at George Mason University, we honor people from throughout our university community as kindness ambassadors on World Kindness Day each November. Our kindness ambassadors are students, faculty, or staff members who have been nominated for the honor by people who appreciate their kindness. Once they're honored, they serve as ambassadors for the importance of spreading kindness every day. People who others recognize as being especially kind inspire many others to pursue kindness in their own lives. In the process, we often see that the same people who put kindness into action also stand up for what's right. Kindness is an important part of living a righteous life. Proverbs 21:21 connects righteousness and kindness as virtues we should pursue together to grow in holiness. They balance each other well. If we try to separate them, we can see that they're not meant to be separated. Righteousness without kindness can lead to legalism and self-righteousness. We can be technically right, but harsh, critical, and unloving in how we express the truth. We can see this in the Pharisees, who were obsessed with the letter of the law, but often missed God's heart, which is full of compassion, grace, and mercy. If we pursue righteousness alone, we may win arguments, but we risk losing relationships. We might have all the right answers, but still sin by speaking sharp words. Kindness without righteousness can become weak and compromising. It can turn into simple people-pleasing, where we avoid speaking the truth because we're afraid of conflict. It's being nice without the backbone of conviction. True kindness isn't just about making people feel good. It's about wanting what's genuinely best for them. And what's best is always connected to God's truth. Kindness without the foundation of righteousness can lead us to approve of things God calls wrong, all because we're trying not to offend people. God's design is for righteousness and kindness to work in a partnership. Righteousness is what we believe, while kindness is how we live out that truth in the world around us. As we pursue both virtues, we can point people toward God's truths and love, which Jesus showed us the perfect example of during his earthly life. Jesus never compromised the truth. He spoke directly against sin and hypocrisy, which shows us righteousness in action. Yet, Jesus was also known for being a friend to sinners and for speaking with incredible gentleness and compassion to people in pain, which shows us kindness in action. Jesus wove righteousness and kindness together in all of his words and actions. We can ask Jesus to be our advocate by helping us with whatever we need while we're trying to develop more righteousness and kindness in our lives. Proverbs 21:21 promises that pursuing righteousness and kindness leads to life, righteousness, and honor. By balancing these two virtues, we can live our best lives, grow closer to God, and experience all the blessings that result from doing so. So let's take an honest look at our hearts. Are we leaning too far one way? Are we so focused on being right that we've forgotten to be kind? Or are we so focused on being nice that we've started to compromise what's right? God calls us to pursue righteousness and kindness together. When we do, we can discover the wonderful lives he wants us to enjoy. Intersecting faith and life. As you consider how to pursue both righteousness and kindness regularly, reflect on these questions. Do you find it easier to pursue righteousness, like standing for truth and doing what's right, or to pursue kindness, being compassionate and loving? Why? When have you seen someone show righteousness without kindness? How did it feel? When have you seen kindness without righteousness? What was the result? Jesus was the perfect example of righteousness and kindness. Which story from the Gospels best shows this balance to you? How can you apply both righteousness and kindness to a difficult situation that you're currently facing? What's one step you can take this week to bring more kindness into your pursuit of righteousness, or more righteousness into your practice of kindness? Further reading, Micah 6:8, Ephesians 4:15, Zechariah 7:9, 2 Timothy 2:24-25, James 3:17.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than just money. We help you put your plans into motion and faith into action so you can do more for the ones in your heart. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.